welcome y'all. Welcome to podcast Con Queso.
Hi, welcome.
Welcome, I'm your host King Saturn.
I'm Vida Diaz.
And we figured you guys love listening to us talk so much that we had to create another show where you guys had to listen to us talk, right? So today we got a pretty cool. A pretty cool.
The people is coming. What's up? What's up?
What's good? Essentially, this is a podcast about regular situations, right? Regular everyday problems. Today we're talking about what's good, D-Boy the Original. Today we're talking about homeless ingenuity, right? The being homeless and finding ingenuitive ways to one, not be like the rest and kind of suffer like the rest, and two, ingenuitive ways that we climbed out of homelessness, right? And because I got a lot of cool stories and she got a lot of cool stories, and we always ask ourselves what separates, right? What separates us from the other guys that died on the streets, right? That died out there.
And the only thing in common is be creative.
Yeah, with being creative, ingenuitive.
Being creative.
What do you think, babe? You think we should change the views so that they can see more of the chat and we're smaller? Or
what do you think, guys? Honestly, the podcast today is different a little bit.
Yeah, we're trying something a little
any
different. Any
comment, any good advice?
How that? So you guys can see the chat a little better, I think. I think that's a little better. What do you think? Or should we be up front and center here?
Did you like the background?
Yeah, should we be up in front and center here? How's that? Is that better? You guys would rather see the chat? How's our sound and video? Kind of juked the system here by hooking my computer up to more than one pathway to the internet, so they can't get mad at us. How do we sound? How do we look? So I spent probably
okay, tell them a little bit about
yeah, that's what I'm gonna give you a little
experience.
background, right? So I spent from 15 and a half till I was 26, 14 and a half, 15 till I was 26, on and off of the streets, literally homeless, sleeping behind buildings, eating out of garbage cans, because I came from a very dysfunctional family, and the dysfunction didn't stop once I grew up, right? I'll be mostly listening, right? So there was a lot of things that went on that separated me from the other homeless kids, right? So, like, for me, remember I said, you know, I've given some people some background that I grew up in a very dysfunctional home where I was locked in the home, and once I hit the streets, it was like freedom, right?
Yeah.
But freedom comes with a cost, right? Sometimes there's a sacrifice to getting what you want, right? What you think you need right then, you know?
Well, if you want it, because a lot of people, they lose part of the hope when they understand
decide, yeah.
live on the street is hard.
Mm-hmm. When they decide that they could not stay where they were at anymore, and
so they prefer to live that way, and that's it.
Yeah,
but other people, like for example you,
I wasn't gonna be like that forever.
We do the different things.
Yeah, well, I wanted to prove them wrong.
Why did you decide like that?
It just didn't make sense. Like, I was young, I was able to do stuff, and it just didn't make sense to just give up on the street right there. You know what I mean? Just to give up and basically let them win. You know, let everybody who said I was never going to be anything win. You know what I'm saying? And part of me is that part that yells at you that you're a dirtbag and nobody loves you and nobody cares, and so why are you trying to do this? But part of that was the reason why I would fight so hard, because okay, nobody cares, well, I'm gonna care then. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly,
nobody cares about these street kids.
I still have in my head a voice telling me, when someone telling me, no, you can do that. I'm not. No, I'm gonna do it. Why not?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it, right?
Yeah. So all my life, like fighting with the idea about like, no, you can have a career, you can have a car, you can have a good job.
Sorry,
you don't deserve it. You're a dirtbag. You're a
dirtbag. Yeah. You're a dirtbag loser.
But in my I fight with my mind, say the same shit with the people saying the same time. But maybe a small part is like, no, I'm a human being. I deserve something more.
Right. Exactly.
If I don't feel like deserve
Nobody,
that.
Yeah. Nobody's gonna care. Yeah.
So. Learn that lesson on the streets is tough.
Well,
but I mean, do you remember one of the stories when you had to be really like creative for food or clothes
I remember,
like
yeah.
we talked
That's what I was talking about earlier.
Like take a shower.
Oh yeah.
Like the simple rights for a human being,
like
food, clothes, and water.
It was a little easier when I was like 16, 17, 15, 16, 17, even 18 to get somebody to let you, because usually like all the homeless kids, they looked homeless, you know what I mean? They smelled, they didn't have any clean clothes, they didn't.
And it's hard to
right. And so I thought to myself, well, the reason why the cops keep messing with you guys, the reason why you keep having issues is because, you guys look homeless. You look like a bunch of ragtag, right? So I said, yo, you guys steal everything the fuck else that ain't tied down. You'll steal food to go to the dope dealer. You'll steal this to go to the dope dealer. You'll steal car stereo. Go steal some goddamn clothes. Oh, I don't know if you can steal clothes. You steal everything else, figure out a place that lets you steal the clothes. So I figured out the place that let me steal some clothes.
How did you figure it out?
Basically just by cruising in there and seeing the attitude of the workers there. Usually if a place is, people are underpaid at that place, it's a miserable place to work, the people don't give a fuck what you steal. They ain't gonna chase you down. They ain't chasing you down. The company deserves it. Fuck this guy. In fact, that might help them. Hey, security, there's somebody over there stealing, and it's the other side of the story. You know what I mean? Fuck this story. You know what I mean? So usually you could get it back then you could find it pretty easily. People a lot of youngsters working, no adults around, nobody with any experience, get it off. You can get a lot of stuff off. I mean, but usually I would do I would do the old, I would get up enough money to, usually, see, me and myself, I had to hustle automatically because when I was in high school, I got linked up with all the bad people, I guess, or the hustlers and the gangsters and all that, and so I always knew like, oh well, if I go over here and I middleman a bag of weed, you know what I'm saying? And I go find you who wants a bag of weed, right? And then I go find the other one who wants a bag of weed, and another one who wants a bag of weed, and I take you all for 3 of your guys' money, the weed man, and go buy a quarter. Now for your $60, I gave away $3,000. I gave you $3,000. Now I came out with $4,000. So now I know those people are gonna come back for weed.
Yeah, but for example, you start to sell weed for it.
So then I would use that
one
for
of the last options, or was the only option?
It pretty much was that. Well, when you're on the streets, it's pretty much the only option. I mean, I'm too big to steal like that. So what I would do is I get up to $40 and I go into the store and buy some clothes. You know what I'm saying? And then I would purposely go buy them first and then go walk around the store with them. Already bought. Right? So then they started putting security tags on stuff. So then I started putting stuff. That was really ingenuitive. All the homeless kids would get jammed up as soon as they came into the store, right? As soon as they went to leave the store because they beeped, right? So I started telling them, put the fucking, put the thing in the bottom of your shoe. And inside your shoe at the bottom. And it'll set it off every time, and then they'll wave you through it when it goes off on the way out. It worked like a charm, so I go in there and buy a couple t-shirts, lay them over my arm, go in there, look around, lay the t-shirts I had bought underneath the other clothes, and walk out with the clothes. So then you
understand in that moment, like if you look clean.
Right, you're going to get less trouble from the police. If you look like a high school kid, right, like a regular high school kid.
Because that is important when you live on the street. The people treat you the way you look. So if you look clean, it doesn't matter if you're living on the street because you don't look like if you live on the street.
Right.
So that is a good chance for finding a job, but take time because it's not easy. How you take
I was homeless
choice,
on the West Coast, so.
And that's why some of the people like you did it. go a store and steal something.
Right.
Was because in your moment the option was good enough to say like, okay, for do something else, something better.
Yeah.
I need to start like looking better, for example.
Right.
And when you prove your theory about like, oh yeah, the people treat me
differently, because I got because so that's what would happen is that now I'm wearing cleaner clothes.
It's hard to survive, to understand what does work for you.
Adapt, right?
Yes.
To adapt. So what happens is that I change up my attire, right, and I start to look less dirty. And I never really looked dirty in the first place, but now I'm starting to look spiffy, right? So now they leave me alone, right? So now I'm able to go and get away with stuff that they ain't because the cops are watching them all the time. Me chilling out in the corner don't even get looked at. So now I'm able to just chill on that corner selling bud. With the cops sitting right there. Literally right there, watching the homeless people, literally right there. They're watching the homeless people, I'm selling bud right there. And then I get slick. Because okay, I need real money, right? Because now I'm like supplying homeless kids' fucking hotel rooms, and like now people count on me because I'm the money maker. I'm the go-getter. I'm the one who provides everything. When the homeless kids sell all their stuff to go get dope, and are hungry, but look,
understand the street is like you choose your family sometimes, and other ones depend on your values, like you take out responsibility because they are strangers. They are the kids. They are not your family.
Mm-hmm.
So how in that moment, and how it's amazing the human being having all these struggles. You're thinking about like, yeah, I need to eat, but my friend and my other friend.
Yeah, right. Well, see, because I couldn't sit there and eat like a lot of the guys like they would come out there. And what I noticed like this, right? So I would be very much influenced by the people around me. So there was a lot of cats out there that were gangsters that were actually homeless. You know what I'm saying? That were actually out there homeless, just like us. And they would do some shady shit like hide in the corner, you know, waiting for eating their food by themselves and kind of like hunched over, like looking around. And I'm like, dude, first of all, how terrible of a feeling is that? In the first place, to feel like you have to guard your food in such a way in the streets, but at the same time, how horrible is it to feel that alone in the world, that you feel like you have to hide in a corner and eat like an animal, you know what I mean? And then I would
go to a store and ask like, do you have old bread or water and cry, walk like a couple of blocks, just like trying to be like anyone's looking me, asking in a store like, do you have something for eat? It's hard, like, and you feel a little guilty, you don't know why.
My pride would definitely get in the way there, because what would happen was the first time that I cried or whatnot to get to eat, you know what I mean, and somebody denied me, it'd be pretty much.
I'm really sensitive. I'm crying for everything, and remember that time, and remember how much I cried that time. It's hard because it brings me down, but in the same time, be brave to go inside. I was starving. I was really bad. Like I don't have other choice.
Right.
And one of part of be creative, I understand like no, I can look like a homeless.
Yeah.
So at least when with a little money, I buy a different like t-shirts, and with the jeans, you put the same jeans for 1 year.
Right. Because jeans look the best. Yeah, jeans still can look the best longest, and they're easy to clean the top off sometimes.
Yeah, because it's I don't know, but it's worse for a woman. But, for example, for a guy.
More dangerous too.
Yeah, but a simple ride. Do you know how much it's difficult when you have your period living on the street?
Oh yeah, especially when nothing's provided. They don't provide you with.
And how much is embarrassed to ask someone if they can buy for you pads or
they deny you when you ask them. You come humbly like, See, that's what would
Ask
lead
to
me.
other girl like
Think about it. That's what lead me to steal.
Because it's not. Yeah.
Welcome to the
Hi,
podcast, dude.
hi,
We're talking
T.
about ingenuity and being
Pura
homeless
vida. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Todo bien?
talking about ingenuity and being homeless and like how we kind of climbed out of homelessness and the techniques that we use to climb out of homelessness. You know what I'm saying? So we're just on a roll here, guys. So yeah, but that's my thing is that it's for me it was more it was easier to because what happened is the rejection part. That's the part I don't like. And so when you go and put yourself out there and say something to somebody and say, yo, please, could you help me? Da, 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 da. And they're like, man, get the fuck away from me. They spit in your face. Or, you're like, you know what? F this. I'm not, F that. I'm not asking nobody for shit no more. You know what I mean? Fuck them and fuck the, you know what I mean? Fuck what you talking about, because we ain't asking for shit no more. We taking now.
Yeah, but in the same time, it's difficult to understand how we want to do the right things, and the people, they don't want to give us a chance for
anything.
simple, a normal job.
Well, and that's the catch-22
rent.
on the West Coast. See, that's the catch-22 on the West Coast, right? So if you end up homeless on the West Coast, where I was at, you end up homeless, and the people who walk by you every day that you spare change from to get up some extra money, or that you're fucking around with the other home, you get known, especially somebody like me who's very outward, very bright, and very, boisterous, gets known in the by these people, by the owners, you know what I'm saying? And then because they get known by the owners, you don't have an opportunity to get a job because they know you as homeless. You get what I'm saying? They know you as that homeless guy down the road. You know what I'm saying? And that's what ends up happening is that you get known as the homeless guy, and they don't want to hire you no more because he's one of the throwaway humans, one of the people that we don't want to give a chance because we've seen him with the homeless people. He's got to have a drug addiction, and even like on the West Coast, you almost get pushed towards addiction because so many people accuse you of being just a dope fiend or a drug addict or a scumbag that you eventually just kind of like, fine, that's what I am, a dope fiend, a scumbag, and, you know what I mean? Fine, okay, and that's what I am. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then you fall into it because now you give
start to believe like, this is my life,
this is
reality, and that's it.
This is it.
And anything is gonna change.
Nothing is gonna change.
But that's my point. We're the proof, like everything changed. You put a little effort, and it sometimes. Well, I don't know. I feel like right now. I feel like every problem is more hard.
Sometimes it feels
but when
like
I
that,
remember when I spent time living on the street or really hard situation, I spent 4 years being single mom, and for a year I didn't have a job. So my only way, I started to sell food to my neighbors.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a delivery, so I walked with my babies, walking with me just for left the food around my neighbor, and I just started that way. And after finally find a job, I had the chance to move to the city and had the opportunity. But it took me time and effort, and it was hard having kids because how do you explain to baby like?
Well,
explain
to them what we're talking about. That when you began your homelessness, it was at 18 and you were pregnant, right?
Yeah. It's how to explain to you. When I knew it about my first baby's coming. I was living alone, renting a room. My pregnancy itself was hard, so I had to quit my job. And for a moment, I spent, I think, like a month, not like homeless at all, but jumping in different houses with friends.
Oh yeah, couch surfing is what they call it.
And the worst part, in every place they told me like, look, you can stay here for a few days, but any surprise. Do you know what it means? Any surprise?
No surprises, yeah.
So
no funny business.
No, I'm talking about like no babies, nothing weird. I never use drugs. Well, now it's
drugs.
Smoke. Yeah, now I like to smoke weed, but before then, nothing. So, and my mind really scary, vulnerable.
Is that fucking spam number?
Yeah. So, I have to keep it secret for I think a month and a half. I was pregnant. Because if I say I'm pregnant, that means sleep on the street.
Yeah, you're going homeless. Yeah.
And now it wasn't me. It's a baby too.
Yeah.
Well, in my mind, inside of me,
right.
no job,
You're
no opportunity, no any no family, anyone like yes, Vida, I'm gonna help you.
Yeah, right.
Let
Well,
me
look out for you. Don't worry.
Let me give you a chance.
Don't worry, I got you. Yeah, none of that.
So what's hard, and I had to be like really creative about my excuse. Why, hey, can I stay in your house for a few days? I said a lot of things, like I have an interview close to your house, and I need to start to work in this job for make a little money, for start to drive. Well, not drive because I didn't have a car at the time. Well, to take the bus from my house to well, I said a lot of things, and thank God I didn't finish living on the street, but pretty close, really pretty close, and being pregnant, that's why my pregnancy was hard, because all the time was living with anxious about like in any moment I'm gonna finish on the street.
Yeah.
And it sounds really crazy, but after born my baby, my family kicked me out with my baby.
Right.
After I think like 3-4 weeks. So my nightmare was true in the end, but I'm still here, and right now my boy is 16 years old.
Martial artist.
Yeah, it's an amazing, but take time, sacrifice.
Good students.
And and cry, tears, a lot of tears.
A lot of tears.
It's not easy.
It is a lot of hardship, a lot of pain, but at the same time, I mean, what did you say? Only got one person. Oh well. Well, that's because we got.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. This is people vlogs here, so they don't have one for a live podcast, so. But yeah, so I mean, another ingenuity. I mean, fast forwarding. I mean, I didn't really ever get a job. I only got a job to get because probation. Oh, ET, I love you, baby. Because probation made me get a job, or because whatever activities I was doing needed a cover.
Well, you had problems. In my case, it's because I'm a woman living in a country where it doesn't matter if you have a title, you have a lot of competition. So have to.
And mostly male.
Yeah, so it's not fair. How much years take me for have a career, and I have to fight for a job with a minimum salary.
Right.
So, and again, take me time. I had a business, but for the fucking quarantine, I lost everything. But before that, just for had my career, I had to be creative for go to take the class, buy all the stuff, pay everything
on your own.
Yeah, and my instead to listen comments like Vida, you're
doing
working.
so good. Yeah, you're doing so
it's
working
like
so hard.
Why you're wasting your money?
Yeah, why you wait? Yeah,
why
yeah.
you keep the food for your kids to still having that fucking dream when you know you're gonna stay in your house.
Yeah, right. You ain't going nowhere. You're not doing shit. It's
Yeah.
the same thing people told me that, why are you doing it? Why are you doing your music? Nobody wants to hear a washed up 40-year-old rapper. Nobody wants to listen, and nobody wants to listen to a washed up 40-year-old rapper who ain't never did shit. I'm like, who says I never did shit in my life? You saying I never did shit in my life? I've done a lot of crazy shit in my life and got away with it, or got to do things that other people never got to do.
And the excuse is because you are doing this because honestly you are legally crazy.
I'm certified in saying
that's
correct.
the reason. Not because you have dreams.
Right.
Have
I couldn't pop. But do you understand? Every
you
person,
want something better for you, for your family, for
every person who starts something new, right?
And how many people right now they are living with their dreams and saying no, it's not for me. It's not for me.
Right.
It's not for me. Why? I don't deserve it. Maybe
one day. Right.
One day. Why one day?
Because why can't it be tomorrow? Why can't it be today? Why does it have to be one day? That's a lot of the issue too. Is that I would see a lot of these kids sitting on the corner feeling sorry for themselves, and obviously you have a reason to feel bad. I mean, if you came from where some of these kids come from, but you're free from that now. You have a choice. And that was the main point of me getting up off my ass and getting out there and doing something different and proving that
but that part is when we talk about like mental issues. It's not easy to fight with yourself and
convince yourself
when you are an ignorant person. The people say you are stupid, you don't deserve anything.
Right.
But why not? Why
who says they're right?
Next, I don't know.
Who says that they're right?
Yeah. The next number one. Why not?
Why can't you be the next number one? Why can't we be the next?
But if you are really happy, having a normal life, you have to be proud about it.
Yeah, do you?
Some people they feel bad because they don't dream like bigger, for example.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But not everybody's meant to dream big, dude. If everybody dreamed big, then you'd have a bunch of chiefs and no Indians. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I guess that's a racist statement.
Yeah. Why not 80? Why not? You're happy with that? You don't hurt anybody, and that's your purpose in your life. Be happy, right?
So he said, I had good parents and stuff, but I like to do dumb shit. You could teach me right, and I loved wrong. See, and that, I feel like, at first, a lot of that for me was half the untreated mental health and half the anger at humanity and authority for not protecting me. You know what I'm saying? For never being protected. To watch it on TV, all these people come in and bust in the door and they save the day before the fucking bad guy gets the little kid. And in the real world, nobody kicks down the door, nobody's there, and usually you're found DED. You know what I'm saying?
That's why for me, in my mind, I have that constantly question about what is normal for me. Because
for me.
Because
what's normal for someone else is not going to be normal for you.
I grew up in a house with a single mom, 6 kids. She died when I was 11. I grew up with really bad people.
Mm-hmm.
And when I had my kids, and being mom is I had a really bad experience, but I don't want to fucked up with my kids.
Right. How do you protect them? Yeah.
And
not expose them to my crazy.
Yeah.
About what I've been through.
So change how you learn everything. It's like how is like reaprender, like
what did you say? Say it one more time.
Reaprender. Like learn everything, but like again.
Oh yeah, relearn.
Yeah, okay, relearn. For start to find better patterns for your life.
Right.
And
you know,
say like, this worked for me because I want to be happy and I want to teach them like, you can have the struggles, but you can handle it better.
I feel like it comes down to teaching better decision making, because once you can trust your decision making, then you trust yourself a little bit more.
Yeah, but how many times we fucked up before to understand?
But
we can say that right now, but how many times we fucked up before?
What do we say to our children when they mess up? We say, it's okay, right? We say, it's okay, just try again, it's okay, you can do it better next time. Or just figure out what the trick is. There's a trick to it, figure it out. It's okay, you can figure it out, right? So this same kind of encouragement needs to be your self-talk too. The same way you would talk to your children if they wanted to go horse riding, they fell off and they got hurt, and now they're afraid to get back on the horse. Or they tried to play the piano in front of everybody and everybody snickered. And then you remind them, that's okay. Some of the greatest artists in the world, everybody laughed when they played their instrument. Weird Al Yankovic. He made a career out of people laughing at him playing his instrument.
Well, you're talking about like have a talent, but something simple.
But everybody has a talent. Everybody has a talent.
Yeah, but for example, I'm dyslexic.
Okay.
Something simple like learn to read and write. For the day when I read my first sentence, I was so happy. Mm-hmm. And not for the right reason, because that day was less funny for me. So some people, they don't need to have big fights or say like, I'm really proud about do something. Just for a little things every day change your life.
Yeah, that's how I did it too, with little things each time about myself.
And in that time, I didn't know I had a condition.
That's right. That's how I came to the conclusion that I had a condition.
So every goal for me when I have really a problem with that, it's like it's a big goal. But now I understand it's not for something sad like was in my past. Right now it's like I have a situation, but I can handle it. Take me time, but I can handle it.
Right. Yeah, in my world, I've always pretty much had to rely on me. That was the only person I had was me. You know what I mean? I had me and whoever I chose to keep next to me. And for me, those people would be short-lived, either they moved on, they grew up and moved on. And I kind of settled into this idea that that's my place in the world, is kind of guiding people to what they're supposed to do. You know what I mean? And if you ask anybody who knows me really, really well personally, you'll see that I tend to do that. I tend to guide people to what they're supposed to be doing in life, right? I kind of bring it.
You. Yeah, because he has the best advice ever, but he never takes his own advice.
No, I take my own advice.
Now he's doing the right things, but before it's like, why'd you fix it?
Everybody else is it's
when
just
you're
the way
really
I'm.
Fucked up. Start with you.
It's just the way I'm built, baby.
Me too, but it takes time. It's a pattern.
It is a pattern. It's a pattern of self-doubt and low self-worth, right? But we're learning to get through it, and if you notice, we've been learning to get through it with y'all. That's what we've been doing, and that's kind of the point here, is to show kind of the kind of like the back end of what it is to be, an artist, a creator, a business owner.
I don't know what I am, honestly. I like to come here, just talk.
Hold on. We have a special guest.
Oh.
What's good, brother? We're live right now.
Sorry?
Yeah, good. Everybody can hear you, I think. Speak.
I'm not going to work in like 15 minutes. I don't know if it's going to fuck me, but how's everybody doing? It's your boy, Steve Strange.
Steve Strange is on the phone, guys. we're talking about homeless ingenuity. Basically, the ways that we survive being homeless and the ways we kind of juke the system to stay out of homelessness. You know what I'm saying?
I have a quick story. Not homeless days, but it's pretty ingenuity.
Okay. Go ahead.
So we had our bathroom remodeled last year, and we didn't have our bathroom for like a week. So to take a shower, I put a mic stand outside.
Oh yeah, this was
outside of my
hot.
house, and I took the faucet head from the kitchen sink and I put it in the head, like where the mic would go. And I put a little tile base down. I had a bunch of tiles, and then I wrapped a giant Ethernet cord around the porch so I could put a dollar store curtain up. And we
Wait a second, is that my giant Ethernet cord?
No.
No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Son of a bitch. No, we had a giant outdoor. It was nice. And the one night it rained, and it was even nicer because it was cold rain and then the hot water. It was dope.
Yeah. Actually, I do remember when you told me about that, and it is one of the most genius ideas I think I ever heard. He had taken a mic stand because their shower was down, and so he had taken a mic stand out back and then put like the shower curtain around him and just put the hose up the side and use the hose up the side, and the same way we were doing the green screen, right? Remember? Yeah, basically we just did it, like he made himself a bathroom outside. Was it outside or in the garage? In the backyard.
I don't know, but that kind of stuff simple.
Simple but good, yeah.
Funny.
See, I mean, E.T. said, yeah. You see,
Yeah,
E.T.
it's
said,
genius.
"What up, Steve?" And he said it was genius. E.T.'s in the chat. I know Sovereign's listening. He said he's cleaning up, so he's listening. D-Boy, I don't know if D-Boy's still listening because, you know, the chat kind of goes dead. Everybody's listening, you know, the chat goes dead. And, you know, YouTube never likes to show us the right numbers, so. But yeah, it's been kind of a...
I'm heading out of here, and then I'll go to my second job because
What's the second?
whenever you guys get off, I'll be ready.
All right, yeah. Well, we're going live at 9 o'clock with Network and Chill tonight, remember? So we're filling up we're trying to fill up the slots here, make sure we have some, you know, because you were saying you were going to turn that other one into a podcast, so we'll put this one up and then you can turn this one into a podcast, and you know what I mean? Make it easy. It's already.
Staying on topic last night. I know it's not your forte, but that was my 15 seconds.
What? Staying on topic?
Yeah.
We did our very best, but you know, the conversation went where it went. Did you read it? Did you watch at the end? Did you watch the whole thing?
No, I watched like the first hour, or I listened to the first hour this morning.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
There's only so much of your face that I can stand even through my ears, but you know.
I hate you. I know.
Saturn
It
is really
dude,
pretty. It's annoying. I know.
Greatness gets annoying to listen to. I know.
Their face. I know.
All right, brother. Hit me. But anyways, guys, back to saying thanks for Steve Strange for popping in. I kind of felt like somebody was gonna pop in there. I just knew it, right? But yeah, so a lot of what I was saying was about the job situation, right? So I never really ended up getting a job, but I was like dangled here, like when, you know, I get my re-up money and then I fuck it up, getting all high on crystal meth, and then, you know what I mean? Like,
You never had like a weird job just for days, or like
You don't want me to tell you that weird job.
Not. I know you was a hawker, but I'm not talking about it. I'm talking about like you never worked like a clown,
No.
or
I would fight.
or for example, just I'm not as scared to the heights, but some people like cleaning glasses.
Oh yeah, power washing. Power washing on
or
scissor
for
lifts.
example, so someone pay you for do something like why you pay me for this shit?
Oh, I've had.
I know
jobs
you.
like that
I know
before.
you. You have to. You know.
No, I've had weird shit on the streets where people pay me to just do this. Just stand here with this right now, And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm
Do
taking
you
a pic. I'm
remember
taking a photo.
something funny like
Okay, so here's a cool one. We used to hang out at the Starbucks all the time in Fremont, California, right? And the Indian place with the Indian food.
I know, Fremont.
E.T. got vintage and he used to scrub to, wish you could call in. Is that possible? Do I have you on Facebook as a, I could add you. You want to add E.T. to the conversation?
Yes.
All right, let's see if we can add E.T. to the conversation. Let's see, E.T., do I got you as let me see. I even know as as government. Something like that. What about E.T.? Do you have a Facebook, E.T.? I never thought of this before, dude. Jesus Lord. I don't have Facebook. What the hell is wrong with you? Jesus Lord, all you folks with no Facebook, bro. Oh God.
The worst part, that kind of person is Saturn is mad at me because it's like your Facebook. I think just my Facebook. You have Instagram?
We're about to blow her shit up. Watch this.
I'm not really good with technology. I have a phone because I need it, not because I want it. But
oh, she about to get uncrowded too on that one too. She need to get that iPhone action. You know what I'm saying? We rocking iPhones and MacBooks out here, bro. Only thing I use my PC through is to stream through it. You know what I'm saying? How's that picture looking? Was it pretty crispy?
No, pretty good. I like it.
Yeah, clean. I like that. So anyways, guys, so a lot of the way, like I was saying, I didn't really need a job for a long time because I always hustled and I always had, the only reason I would get a job was to cover up where I was getting the money from for my hustle, how I was living in apartments and doing all this shit. And they'd still end up running down on me, you know, but a lot of being homeless, I mean, ingenuity, you want to talk about ingenuity, being homeless is getting to go places you weren't supposed to go just because nobody pays attention to the homeless guys. Or because I was wearing the right clothes and I looked like I belonged.
Oh, well, that is
I
a
looked
good
like
lesson.
the belonged
That is a good
there.
lesson. How you learn to disappear? Because, for
Oh,
example,
that's easy. Because
for me it's easy.
It's
Like,
the same. It's just doing the opposite. It's just being really dirty and go hide out, go to a different city.
No, for a woman,
change your clothing, change the way you dress. You disappear to another city, change your nickname, your street nickname. You know what I'm saying? It's not all good, E.T., because you should have a Facebook. All right, don't make me lecture you here. All right. Fucker. Oh, thank you, sir. That's the Mac jersey, baby. Because I'm a motherfucking Mac.
I'm not a sport fan, so I don't know what.
I'm not a sports fan either. You know, the Raider jersey means I'm a boss motherfucker. That's what it means. It means I'm a mean, bossy bastard. That's what it means. I'm out to start some trouble.
Okay.
From Oakland to LA, a Raider fan for life. So, yeah, so some of the ingenuity ways, no, but see, I would get to go places because I would be dressed a certain way. And then, so because I blended in and I would see who had the money around there, who really was controlling the area, I was more of a chameleon, so I could just kind of blend in. It was one of my biggest problems once I got out of the game was with, who the fuck am I? Because I don't, what do I wear now? How do I dress? What do I talk about? Fuck, dude. Basically, I just transferred it square over and just took out the drugs. You know what I mean? Took out the drugs and the illegal activities and kept in the fact that you could catch an ass whooping quick. You could catch these hands.
I have to confess something. My drug in the past was the alcohol, so.
Oh, yeah. She was more of an
Yeah, I don't know wild parties, but like, yeah,
She
like
tried-
I wake
she-
up in a house with one of my friends or other girls, and like,
Oh, yeah?
what is on my house? Like,
You guys get freaky diggy?
no.
Story sucks. So go ahead, next. Next story. No, I was
And because
kidding.
I'm short, I didn't allow alcohol, so for me it was easy. Like, and what's stupid? I mean, like easy in a way, like oh yeah, it's cheap to I
Get
don't
drunk,
want to
yeah. It's cheap to disappear. Well, for me, then I got a little bit older, you know, and then people and they started asking more questions, you know. The police, you know, now I've had run-ins, I went to jail before. Now they started to ask questions, follow me around because I get to go places I'm not supposed to go. Well, how was he at this? And really, it's just because I figured out a way to sneak in or get in the back door and pretend to be security, and just kind of go in with security because I would think about like, yo, I could get in there. If the next phase of workers, I just go up to I would do that a lot. That's actually how I got work. That's how I started making music, doing live sound, live lighting, is that I would just pop up in their crew. They would show up and they'd be unloading the fucking equipment, and I would just pop up and I'd, oh, what crew are you with? I don't really know. I just know I was sent here to come work. And it always happens like that. Oh, you're the new guy? Yeah, I'm the new guy. Right? I'm the local guy. And it would work like a charm. No. And because I was always bigger and I looked older and I was dressed right, I would go to my little homeless spot, change my clothes and go to the store and go swipe me like a black t-shirt and a black button-up shirt to go over the top and a black pair of pants and a black pair. I already had black shoes. So then I'd roll up and start saying, I'm here to help unload the truck. They told me to come over here. Who told you that? I don't remember. I was sitting here by the labor company. But okay. So go over there and start working. And I work, and at the end of the night, they cash me out. So fuck, and I get paid too. And they would never ask any questions. They were like, you worked here. And so then finally, the business owner's like, how did you get on that crew? I said, I don't. I just show up and go to work whenever I see the semi trucks or the box trucks show up with the equipment. And he was like, dude, you are the smartest kid I ever met. So he gave me a VIP pass. He was like, now you get to go backstage because that was the slickest shit I've ever seen. And he was like,
what works for me? I just been like my idea was like I was a little shy. Well, really shy, honestly, because I feel embarrassed about ask for a job. So I thought like if I go to I don't know, like if I go to tennis store to ask if they will let me clean at least the floor or classes or do something.
Oh yeah. Well,
and at least one of the stores pay me. That means food for that day. So every day I spend like going to. One day I went like 17 stores, and they pay me just for the garbage out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's smart. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean like. I never been like, oh yeah, I look at truck and start to work. It's not easy for a woman. So.
So let me tell you a cool story, right? So, I was a half homeless, half not. My mom was kicking me out all the time, right? And so I'd be on the street a lot, hanging out. And so I would be around and just strolling around, and I'd come up on stuff out of the garbage, right? And so then I'd take it, I'd just scuttle home and plug it into the outside plug or whatever, mostly electronics, and then see if it still worked. And then I'd go back to the fucking local and be like, oh yeah, I stole this to the local gangster, my homies that were gangsters. Oh yeah, I jacked this from the fucking car over here, da-ba-da-ba-da. And they'd be like, yeah, I'll buy it right now. So then one day, they're like, oh, you're a good earner, you've been making all money, you always got, you're good. I want you to go with this crew to go make some money. Well, I hadn't stolen nothing. Maybe a pack of cigarettes, some beer from the store, but none of that shit was jacked. All that shit was found in the garbage and fixed and sold to them. And so I would just try to play it up, like, get the street cred. So then they're like, well, now you got to go with the crew. And I'm like, oh, well, I think I had something to do that day. And then, you don't say that to the boss. He's like, well, whatever the fuck it is, you cancel it, homeboy, or you're gonna get canceled. So I was like, oh no. Like I actually did, like, right? So we show up, I show up, and I'm like, I'm literally like about to wet my pants, dude. Like I'm like, dude, I never went on a real jackalope before, right? So.
And it's not easy looking.
Oh, dude. So I'm like, I'm real quiet. Everybody's like, yo, why aren't you being your usual self? Look, you're usually so loud and goofballish, and you know what I mean? What's going on? So I'm like, nothing, guys. I'm just getting myself, I'm just getting myself mentally psyched, you know, to pull off this caper, you know. They're like, yeah, man, we know, bro. You're a boss, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, back then we had different words, but, you know, you're a boss, you're a G, you know, you can do this, you know, you're one of the homies, da, da, da. Everybody knows, look at you, big homie, da, 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 you know, pumping you up, gassing me up, right? So now I'm feeling myself. Really? I'm the man, bro. I'm the man.
I want to
right?
ask you that, like, when in that moment they start to your craziness to acting in front of the people, because you use that shit a lot, like the people anytime expecting something usual about you.
Yeah.
In the middle of a conversation, you're like, start to talk about something crazy or do something crazy or acting crazy.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm the man. I'm the man, dude. I'm gonna get him, right? So what we doing, bro, right? So he goes over there, he's like, oh, we gotta go there and you're gonna go collect some money. This is the first time I've ever collected money for somebody, right? So you're gonna go collect some money, right? So I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, I'm not thinking like collect money. It means to collect money, like in a very violent way. So when I stroll up, the guy goes, yo, where's my money at? And I roll up and I'm like, because I'm like shitting bricks right now. Like I'm gonna have to chip them up too. Oh, like I've been in like.
You need a diaper that day.
I've been in 7 fights and five of them I won and 2 I lost because I got my ass whooped the first 2 times. But after that, it wasn't gonna happen again. And figured that shit out quick. And I'm like, oh man, now I gotta chip somebody up just because over some bread, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, this ain't right? So I'm like, oh man. So then it turns out, right? So I come up, you know, probably in a Raider jersey, actually wearing a Raider hat, you know, that fitted calves are, you know what I mean? So, actually no, it's the 90s, so probably been a Raiders like flat cap with the button, with the snapback, right? So roll up. Yo, homie, where's the money at, right? Homeboy says, right? And I'm like dragging behind, like, fuck, right? So I roll up like, and I push through like, bong, and I stand there like this, hella big, and he just keeps looking at me. I'm just staring him the fuck down like I'm gonna eat your fucking soul, boy. You better pay this money because if I have to hit you, I'm gonna hit you so hard I'm gonna break you, right? So I'm like, and really it's just like, no, I'm fucking shitting bricks, dude. Right? And dude keeps just looking at me. He's like, yo, where's my? He's like, oh, I got some of the money right now. And he just keeps looking at me. He's like, you know what? I got all your money at the house. If you follow me to the house right now, but don't bring him. Pointing at me. Don't bring the big white boy. So with that. Right?
You was chewing your back.
Right? The fuck is up with that? He goes, nah. White boy comes with us. Right? Because the older one realized what just happened. He kept staring at me and not, so just the size of me, because this is all the like Filipinos and Asians and like little black dudes and like
I know.
they're all small.
I know.
And they all look like kids next to me. So when I roll up and we're all like 17,
I look
18.
really short next to you.
And I'm a fucking monster. They're like, oh shit, they brought the big homie. So they thought the other side.
Homie?
Yeah, they thought they brought the OG to the spot, that I was the shot caller. Because I was so big and looked older. And so they actually thought that I had bread, like I was there to chop their head off or some old Cartello style, you know what I'm saying? And so it turned out like, oh shit, you know, we're gonna bring white boy with us everywhere. That's crazy, white boy. Nah, we bring him everywhere, right? Right?
So that day it started.
So started a whole other career because I used to use pure psychology. I never put my hands on one person.
Well,
look.
I use the technique for some interviews about lying.
Look.
Go and interview and it's shooting my back like, oh yeah, and you can do that.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, no problem.
When I just started working at a restaurant like with no experience, I was like, can you like work with fry pans? Like,
talk about jumping into a fucking talk about jumping in the water with no lifeguard without knowing how to swim. So then so I don't think in the entire time that I collected money for them, I ever needed to put my hands on anybody. because I used pure psychology. I'd come in and I'd sit down and he'd go, do you know why I'm here? And who the fuck are you? And I'd just be really, really calm and really, really quiet. Like, because because my mom would use this, my mom was Boricua, and she would use this technique all the time. The madder she would get, the quieter she would get. So it got me, you would get your brain thinking like she's getting quieter and quieter. Pretty soon she's gonna stop talking and I'm gonna catch a whooping. You know what I'm saying? And so the same thing would go, I would use that same technique, like, and then when I would get to a certain part where it was like talking about, I would get loud, like, yo, you know what I mean? You need to, yo, so I'm here for such and such. And I don't want to have to do this, but da-da-da-da-da. And the person that's gonna come after me is gonna be even worse than I am. Bigger and badder, and they're not gonna have any restraint. So I'm really trying to warn you. And I think there was one person ever I had to hit. I do remember. I punched him right in the middle of his mouth because he kept running his mouth like, they ain't gonna do nothing to me. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna be like, bang, right in the middle and split both his shit one shot. He's like, oh. I'm like, no, the guy who comes after me, the guy who comes after me is gonna do so much worse. So pay the money.
But it's
this is
stuff I
really did.
Okay.
100%. I had a 100% return rate. In high school, that's how it started actually, because once I had some pull on this side, I could protect the nerds, and the nerds started paying me to protect them.
You was the kind of guy.
I was a nerd and a geek though. So they were like, at first I wouldn't take the money, but they were like, oh yeah, and I hate bullies.
Well,
I got bullied twice, like I said, and that shit never happened again. I realized I was tall, I had reach, and
when I was in the school, I was so innocent.
I knew how to do it.
And in high school, I understand how much bully I had in the school, and how much people say
how horrible it was, dude.
Yeah, in front of my face, and I didn't understand at that moment because, well, I lost my mom when in fourth grade.
Fourth grade.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, but your grades work differently.
Yeah, I finished the school in 6th grade.
Right. So she technically has a 6th grade education.
I'm saying like a
goddamn third
couple
world
girl in the high school. Well, not in the high school, in the school, they make my life like a really nightmare. But not like a physical way, it was more like
psychological.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I was crossing like my mom died, living a hell in my house, and going to the school to listen girls to say like you're ugly, and part of the problem was because one of the person who in the house cut my hair like a boy. So
she had torture at home too, where her family was actually doing it to her too.
And the school and the kids, they can be really cruel, really cruel. And the worst part,
especially
I didn't understand
no bully law, nothing.
How they were really cruel with me in the time. So until in the high school, and that shit like break me down, break my brain like a. Gosh, and
you can really attest that a lot of this is what leads to that homelessness, is that feeling of not belonging, not belonging anywhere, not being wanted or needed anywhere. You know, because I used to think all the time, you know, if I died tomorrow, they would just step over my body. They wouldn't notify anybody because nobody cares. Who the fuck was there to notify? I didn't know that there was my brother who was waiting to find me, but.
Well, I had a story like that with one of my brothers, and one day I told him, honestly, I stopped to talk with my family years ago. Part was because I came here, but years ago, I had a really hard conversation with my brother about like he had problems all the time, being violent. Drugs. And he never
look at the way he grew up.
keep any job.
Yeah.
Well, you know. So I told him like, I'm gonna tell you something. Just be sure the day when we're gonna receive the phone call and the police or the hospital tell us you are dying or you are dead. Just don't worry.
Just waiting.
Yeah, don't worry. After that, we're gonna help your kids, your family. But before then, right now you are alive, you have opportunities. So in meantime, if you don't change, I don't want to stay here.
Right.
But I'm just waiting that, and he break down like when I told him like I'm just waiting the phone call. That's it. Our relationship is just that. I'm just waiting the phone call.
That's tough.
And it's really sad because after Cross really shit is in our life, it's really sad to say like one of my brother, I need to stop that relationship because it's not good for me.
Right.
But I love him. We crossed a lot of shits together.
Right.
But he
Went through
decided,
he decided
together. Not to change, and it's fine. But I don't want that kind of
world connected to mine. Yeah.
Why? Because in that
it's a
time,
tornado. It's engulfing, and that's why.
And I love him. That's why I told him like, just be sure if you die for any reason, we wanna care. We wanna prepare everything. Don't worry about it. But it's your choice if you decide to stay or not. But our relationship needs to stop here because you are destroying
me while they're destroying you. Yeah.
So it's insane. So.
And he's still currently homeless.
And I'm the crazy person because I stopped to help him.
Is he still currently homeless?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I hope no.
So he's vanished into the drug addiction world, basically.
No idea. And it's not because I don't want to know about him. It's because it's totally true. I stopped to talk with my family, so I don't have any connection.
And do you feel like some that period of being homeless is part of the reason why you don't talk to your family anymore? The contributing factor?
I think it's so much stuff like and I'm doing it for years therapy, But I can tell you, for so many reasons, my mom died. I didn't know my dad until when I was 24. 9 years living a hell with my family. Well, my brother with his problems. And other and other. So
the verbal and mental and emotional abuse.
When you are living on the street, it's part of your problems. Why you don't understand? Why you feel like I deserve this. Yeah, living on the street is fine for me.
At some point you start to make a bargain.
I'm a garbage, so the garbage is
the trash is taken out. Right.
So, but inside of me, I don't know. I always
just never
be
really
a rebel,
that.
So
it would piss me off.
I'm still having
the
hope about I can change my life.
You know what? I really feel like that's part of the reason why I push so hard. Like I didn't want it at first, but now I do. You know what I mean? Being a social media person or influencer, whatever you want, for content creator, whatever you want to call me, digital creator, whatever the fuck. Okay? I think that's what pushed me so far over that edge, is the idea of like documenting everything I'm going through, trying to achieve my dream, and going back later and seeing myself and seeing how life changed, and
we do it,
and seeing how life changed and life changes,
we're gonna have the proof
and showing the people that look, there's two sides to this coin, right? There's our side and Stephen and Nicolette's
we're
side,
not
right?
tricks, and we're not tricks in the middle.
Yeah,
like
there's no
people.
We're just,
and in different
situations. You see us go through the arguments of friends and business partners right here on the goddamn. We don't leave no damn. We don't have no filter here. We'll go at each other in the chat if you've ever been to one of our shows, me and Steve, because we're like brothers. We're like, you know what I mean? We'll get at each other. Fuck that. I'm gonna air you out. You know what I mean? Watch. I'm gonna air you out to the viewers. You a dirtbag, and then I'll do the same thing to him. Like, yo, fucking tell him that he's being a dirtbag right now, guys. To like, who agrees with me that he should do that. And it really does influence our decisions and the way we treat each other too, because sometimes you guys will get in the chat and you'll be like, dude, that's not right, blah blah blah. You know, and you got
And
some troublemakers, but most of
like that.
think about E.T., J-Mac, these guys, Sovereign Nature, I mean, Nevermore, these guys really care about what's going on over here. And they really have no reason to, right? And we went from being homeless, right, to dreaming so big that we're going to be on TV, or maybe somebody, Netflix will buy our show or something like that. Peacock will buy our show.
Yeah. Saturn stuff.
So, NBC, Universal will buy our show or something like that. And upgrade us to some really crazy stuff, because I'd like to be able to be the ambassador to the underground. And I'd like to be there. I'd like to be your ambassador, whether you're black, white, Puerto Rican, or Asian, whether you're an extraterrestrial, whether you're a legal immigrant, illegal immigrant, resident. I don't care. I want to be your music ambassador. I want to be the ambassador to bring some of the underground influence back into the mainstream, right?
I don't think legends.
And help some people that really deserve. I feel like really deserve to be heard by the whole world. You know what I mean? A lot of these guys have their niche, and I'm like, yeah, you keep playing at that niche, and you're gonna blow up in that niche. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta stick at it. But some of these guys, like I said, official YT. That dude has a real mainstream radio sound. Anessa Rich, she could be on the radio right now. She is adaptable to everybody. You get what I'm saying? And that versatility is what makes you mainstream. That versatility to kind of do whatever everybody really likes. You know what I mean? And
honestly, this counts with one of my weird jobs in my life.
Yeah.
I never dream about like being in front of the cameras and talk about my life or share or including talking other language. Never.
Speaking English. Speaking English.
Well, not the best English, I know. But
it's good English. tell her, guys.
But in the same time, it's just like it's amazing. It's amazing how the people influence in your life and change the way you live every day and with a new dream and a new purpose.
We're a good example of that. We're a perfect example of that. How you could meet somebody.
I don't know if the people they know about my country before, but just because I'm sitting here, just because I'm here,
Costa Rica.
listen your, okay, you know. Now that people know, I'm at least 2, 3, 4 people they know about my country, and it's amazing. The world is huge, but in the same time, it's small, and we can learn a lot about everyone. So why not? United States is just not bad news. I know are really amazing people here.
The United States is is a melting pot, and I like it that way. It's my favorite way to be. Sovereign Nature's still with us, he said. We love Sovereign Nature, dude. This guy is really a loyal fan, dude, and we're lucky to have him. We're lucky to have such a loyal fan like Sovereign Nature. Seriously, and in all reality.
Yeah, I like this family. We have people
and you know what?
This kind of people is honest, with love.
That's
and
right.
so talented. So it's like the best reunion ever is when we come here and talk about music, or right now the podcast, or just chill because we want to share something.
Yeah, straight up.
Or just because some people love you and listen your crazy.
I don't know why you would love my craziness so much. My craziness.
I live with your craziness.
Nest. What thanks. I like to show support. You do show some really good support and love on the love boat. So so this show actually kind of went kind of cool, dude. It was kind of I think if we do it more often during the day, we'll have more viewership. So we'll try to go.
We have more time.
I think so because I can bring other guests if she's working. I can bring other guests onto podcast Con Queso, and I don't think we'll be doing pre-recorded anymore, right? We're gonna try to do it live.
I enjoyed to talk with you guys. I think it's more honest, and if you have like some topics to share with us, or if you want some ideas for the podcast.
Yeah. You want something to tell us something you want to talk about?
Honestly, this show we start with us the podcast, but it's about like we share our stories, maybe other crazy
there's something you want to know about us.
It's about the same thing. It's about joy, about try to have a good conversation, spend the day together, and why not chill out.
I mean, learn from each other and learn a little something about our viewers, our listeners. I think by next podcast, Con Queso, we will make it so that there's some way for folks to call in, right? We're missing. I think all I have to do, honestly.
Oh, by the way, what happened with a fun fact?
Oh, we want a fun fact of the day?
Yeah, I like the
fun fact of the day.
Yeah, every show I want a fun fact, but please, trying to be nice like this. Just trying to prepare me. Just prepare me.
Let's see a fun fact.
Or if you have a fun fact,
here's a
you
fun
can
fact.
send your fun
Here's
fact.
a fun fact.
Okay.
So in Japan, they have vending machines where you can buy used panties.
No, I know that.
But this is like, you're not understanding. This isn't just like one soul. You gotta find this one vending machine. This is like, and then you go to the convenience store and there's a panty machine.
I want to know how. I know the machine.
I wonder if they come out in the little. I wonder if they come out in the little.
But how difficult is like go to a store
They're
like I go to the 7-Eleven and say
they're
like
already worn.
No,
panties.
I know.
That's the whole point. They're already
I know,
worn.
but before to the machine,
Do they pay a bitch?
How they go to the store like
you tell their wife,
can I have a soda in a red panty?
Two set of you red. Are those are those 21-year-old panties or 30-year-old?
I'm hungry. That sandwich is good.
I'd like two gilf panties. I'd like two granny panties and one of the panties.
By the way, you have lubricant too?
Right.
And how much is it?
How much is the KY? Oh my God, the KY is expensive as hell here.
Well, that is a good fun. I like that one.
It's terrible. Fun fact.
Well, if
you buy used panties in the convenience store.
You have a market, so why not?
That's
someone was really smart to do it. It wasn't me, but I
what do they got a bitch in there? They got a bitch in there that just keeps taking panties on and off all day. How do they have so many bitches to wear panties and then send them in? Is this like a side hustle for bitches out there?
You understand maybe anyone girl.
Dude, I'll give you my hash browns all day.
You understand any girl they wear the panties and just maybe they spray something and that's it.
Oh, could you imagine? They were like, it's an essential oil of mint, chamomile, and fish oil.
And like a apple, cinnamon.
Is that big salmon?
You're disgusting, Saturn. You're really disgusting.
Is that ahi tuna? Is that ahi tuna and rice pilaf?
I don't want to puke.
Ooh, this is my favorite. Mickey D's. Big Mac, French fries.
I want to know.
Chocolate shake. And an apple pie.
You know if I can find machines, but it's like men underwear, like.
I'll do that.
No, but I'm saying like.
Look, I'll get paid to wear underwear.
Something like that in Japan.
I'll get paid to wear underwear.
You know, like a boxer,
I'll send them to you right now, dude.
Ooh,
I want you. Ooh.
He farted before.
I could smell that man was queefing before he sent that to me.
The salad was amazing that day.
Oh, this man had a steak dinner. Ooh.
Disgusting.
Or what?
Really
Because
disgusting.
ooh, that's liver and onions. Definitely liver and onions. I'll return that to Amazon.
Yeah.
Return that to Patty's Plus.
The fun fact. Stop, yeah. No more.
Fun fact.
Yeah, no more.
I don't know if it's actually true. I think it is true. They're freaky deaky out
No, but
there.
I want to know if they have them. But
Listen, I think it's just because in those countries you can't really tell who's male or female or who's overage or underage.
Well, they look young.
They all of them look young, dude.
They look young.
I can teach. I can
So
show you
young.
two a bitch right now that I thought this bitch was 21 years old. Kick game to her. I got to hit it and everything, huh? And then I found on her ID she was 51 years old.
No.
Stop.
Way.
Could not tell at all.
How,
Like you
how
was.
old you were?
I was like 22, 23.
We do 50.
You could not tell, dude. I thought she was 21, and she told everybody she was 22.
And you was really proud about it.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I went to the homies like, dude, if there was
Dude, you know it.
yo, my dude, check this out, dude. Remember remember that bad Asian bitch was around here the whole time? I was kicking game to her. Yeah, bro. Didn't you slide out with her? Yeah, I slid out with her, bro. And then I slid up into her. You know what I'm saying? It was a slip and slide. Yeah, we know what you're saying. And then I was like, but guess how old she was? She was like, what, like 25, 26? Like, we was used to that. Then we're coming down there 25, 26, 30, right? Said 51. No way, dude. I stole her ID. Yes, sir. Just to show everybody. And then I called her later from the paper. Oh, shit, I accidentally took your ID. You want to get it? And I did that shit.
Okay.
Daddy's a motherfucking boss up in here, okay? You know what that is? You know what that's the sound of?
Stop.
So, looks like we got 7 minutes in the podcast left. Right? Hour and a half. There's 7 minutes. So, this would usually be the time that I'd probably take calls, call-ins, but then I decided I don't like anybody.
Why you are so annoying?
Oh, my bad.
You don't like to talk with people, but I like to talk with them.
They
What
can
is your
talk to
problem?
they can talk to these men.
No, they can
So,
call the next show.
this is the part of this.
Why they can call them? They
This
can
is
call
look
the
at this is
show.
the shameless self-plugging part. So look, I'm King Saturn.
I'm Vida, Diaz.
This has been Podcast Con Queso. It went pretty live. I think it's been pretty awesome. You can check it out later. Comment down below. Hit the like button. Share it. Tell your friends. And if there's anything you'd like to see us talk about, anything you'd
And
like to
if
see
you
us
like
chop
the
it up.
conversation, any tip,
And by
thank
next
you.
show.
And King Saturday, like
I think-
how the other day when I tell you like, oh yeah, for anyone enjoy the slide and then make it like a presentation for you. Now we have the nations.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
so- Sell it,
So
baby.
anyways,
Sell it, baby.
Give
Sell
it to me. Give it to me. So, show me the money. And then give me the money shot. So anyways, that got creepy quick. So anyways, guys, drop your... No, tonight is Network and Chill. Alright? With your boy King Saturn.
We need your support.
We
Diaz.
always need your support. Come through. It'll be at 9 o'clock. We'll see you then. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we might do Podcast Con Queso on Mondays. I think that's what we're going to do.
Yeah,
this
we're
is
gonna
just
do
a
it Monday.
surprise thing.
Yeah, we're gonna
Steve
try
Strange
and do
has
this,
the Audio Gods Live Monday night, so that's another kind of podcasty show for Monday. We'll be during the day. He'll be at night. We'll probably try to do the podcast in the morning. Because
Well, if you have any opinion
think-
about the schedule,
no,
just
I think
let us
no,
know.
because
You never
podcasts are
know,
for
yeah.
work, so we'll
Oh,
do
I
it in the
know.
morning. We'll do it in the morning.
Yeah, but they can let us know
Right
if
before
it's a
lunch.
good schedule for them to share with us in the morning. Why not?
Right before
It's a good
lunch.
idea, but
We'll be right before lunch.
have opinion.
Get the fuck out
You're
of here.
so
I own this company, you son of a bitch, and I'll do it. comment down below. I'm just teasing. I want to hear you guys. I want to hear what you guys have to say, how we could improve Podcast Con Queso, what we could do to improve it. Next week, next Monday, we will have it. So we will be having guests, I think. I think that's the first idea.
And I
they'll
forget,
call
soon
in.
we're coming with new material in our official accounts.
Oh yeah.
Well,
So check out Network and Chill Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 p.m. And then there's the Steve Strange Review Show. Network and Chill is more about chilling, networking, and picture it like going to your local. You go into your local venue and chilling out at the bar, just kind of chopping it up when it's dead, when nobody's playing. That's Network and Chill. You're networking with each other, figuring out where you can make new tracks, how you can do this or how you can do that. We got a lot of producers, musicians, artists, content creators, videographers, animators. We've got any number of type of creator in our chat. So check us out Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 p.m. for Network and Chill. And then check out on Wednesdays and Fridays. Wednesdays and Fridays, Steve Strange, the Steve Strange Show featuring Steve Strange and Nicolette Strange, where they do actually review your tracks and give you, he's kind of back to back, he reviews your tracks and then the next track, and it's a little bit more fast paced. And Wednesdays, Wednesdays and Fridays are good days for the more fast paced work thought. And then on the weekends we have, kind of toss up so you can come see whatever. And Mondays will be Podcast Con Queso live. And we'll have guests every Monday during the day. And we're going to keep it very, very open to, just life in general. So it's been an amazing stream, amazing show. We love you all.
Yeah,
Thank you for stopping by. Stop looking at my girl's tits.
And I hope you share your love and then send a comment or a heart.
Yeah, hit the like button, share the stream,
because
and remember to come see us tonight.
Stay here. It's a little difficult, but when you feel your love, like honestly, like yesterday on the stream, makes me feel good, and that means this job is worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's totally worth it. You guys make it worth it, and work it because you're worth it. Now, make sure to come see us next Monday. We'll be doing it in the morning, so you guys can check us out in the morning and listen to us while you're getting into work or whatnot. And then check out our other channels, Steve Strange Official. He's got a lot of his stuff up there right now. He's really into Andrew Tate right now, so you can check out some of his stuff about Andrew Tate, and he's got a lot of other content he puts up, so go check him out. He's also got his own Discord show where it's kind of an open dialogue and very free with the conversation. And check out King Saturn Official. We're going to start having more content on there. Check us out on Facebook, the Audio Guys, King Saturn Official, Vida, Diaz Official, Steve Strange Official. Check us out. We got all kinds of content for you guys. We're delivering all kinds of stuff for you. And we love you all, and we appreciate you. That's why we continue to come up with new and creative, innovative ideas. So this has been Podcast Con Queso. I'm your boy, King Saturn.
I'm Vida, Diaz.
And it's been an amazing show. Remember to check us out tonight at 9 o'clock at the Network and Chill. We love you all. Thank you so much. We're out, guys.
Bye, guys.